Hi friends, time for another video. I think that today I want to talk about time and space and where we are within that field. Try and imagine that everything is happening anyway. Everything just is. You're driving along, somebody just cuts you, but he's not really cutting you, he's just moving that way. Okay? And the only thing that is in movement is your reaction to what's ever happening. So with that understanding, that gives us tremendous power because that way we can really feel the way we want to feel about our world. And this is the thing. The way I feel radiates into the world. It causes the other person to feel my wavelength, to feel my vibration. Everything else just is. There's no cause and effect. We were told that there's a cause and effect, that if you did that, this happens. If you did that, that happens. But what if everything is happening on its own merit? What if there are no opposites? What if there's not black opposite to white? What if white is white, black is black? What if tall is tall and short is short? What if thin is thin and fat is fat? What if, I don't know, why is tea the opposite of coffee? Why isn't tea just tea and coffee just coffee? So when you're looking at everything standing its own merit, then you understand that there's nothing there to negate. There's everything to accept because it just is. So life is happening. Life is God. It's just happening. Life doesn't speak. It shows you. The only thing that's talking ever is the mind ego. Okay, now the mind always wants to take credit for something that's being done. But if we understand that there's no cause and effect, if we understand that there are no opposites, if we understand that everything is just the way it's supposed to be, then the only thing that we are left with to take care of is our state of being. And that's a lot. That makes me the magician, because the moment that I am really taking care of the way I feel about me, that's where everything changes in my perspective. Life doesn't. It stays the same. It's just the way I look at it. So I remember years ago when I was walking down the street and I found this amazing, very antique sofa. And I thought, wow, how could anybody throw that out? And I immediately collected it and I took it to this beautiful place to be upholstered. And it lasted me for years. It was fabulous. And I thought, isn't that funny? Somebody else didn't like that sofa. Just like Shakespeare said, one man's venison is another man's poison. So that's where the trick is. You are the only one deciding how to feel. There's a good story in the Bible that talks about the Israelites going into the desert. Why the desert? Because there's nothing there that can distract them. There's just them and God. And there's no food either. And God says, I don't want you to worry about food. I need you to trust me that every day I'm going to supply food. Called it manna from the heavens, right? And this is a very good lesson because what he says that if you try to collect that manna, to save it, it's just going to disappear. It's going to rot. So he says, one lesson is you've got to trust me that every single day I'm going to deliver food for you. But he also says something else, and this is the amazing thing. He says, I'm going to give you the same amount, whether you're tall, short, thin, or fat. You're each going to get the same amount and it's going to be enough for you. But then he also says, you each get to choose how you want to taste it. You decide today, I want it to taste like chocolate. And the other one says, I want it to taste like roast beef. Well, that's where the magic is. The same manna from the heavens, and everybody can taste it exactly the way they want to. So, as I said before, you can be washing the dishes with a frown or a smile, and you're still going to be washing the dishes. So life happens, accept it, be done with it, and now decide how you want to feel about it. And that's going to make all the difference to you and your surroundings, because the moment you feel serene, happy, which derives from acceptance, by the way, That's an amazing vibration to be in. Accepting what is, in that space, you're already vibrating goodness. In that space, you can decide how you want to feel just because you can. And the other thing is that if by chance you are feeling sad or whatever, don't ride over that. Just sit for a minute with that. That's your little child. The grown-up has to accept the little child feeling it. And the moment the grown-up says it's okay to feel it, that vibration of loving the child surpasses every other type of vibration underneath that. And when you allow it, it dissipates. I can tell you personally that for many years, I carried anger and guilt with me, almost 20 years, because my mother had passed away from cancer at the age of 42. And I was angry with her because she left me at 21, and I felt that she just threw me into the world and I had to deal with it all on my own, and my best friend had left. But I couldn't admit that I was angry, because who would I be being angry at somebody who was so suffering so much from cancer, and God knows who could I be to be that person to be angry. But then there was a moment that I realized that I am angry and I have to face my own feelings, and I have a right to do that. And the minute I sat with myself and I loved that little child who was angry, guess what happened? The anger just disappeared. And I thought, gosh, I've been carrying that for 20 years and it could have disappeared in 5 minutes had I known to do that. So if a feeling comes up, just feel it till it leaves you, and then make the decision how you want to feel about life that is happening anyway. Remember, acceptance is the vibration you want, and that already starts fixing the world around you. That's already helping other people to vibrate on the same wavelength. And why is that important? Because it's not about changing life, it's about how you feel about it. And the minute you feel happy about something, doesn't matter whether you have the stuff, you don't have the stuff, whatever, you're feeling happy. And then you will be seeing things that maybe have been under your nose and you haven't noticed them because of the wrong vibration. So that's my message for today. Acceptance. Whatever happens, because life is happening anyway, and anything in life stands its own merit. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye for now.